On this tape, we'll be exploring the wanting to control, or the wanting to change things. As you remember, as we've been evolving this tape series, in the beginning we were working on the feelings, the apathy, grief, fear, lust, anger, pride, courageousness, acceptance, and peace. On the last tape, we introduced the fact that if you dig a little deeper into any emotion or any feeling, what you discover is it's being motivated by one of these three underlying wants: the wanting approval, wanting control, or wanting security or survival. And on the next three tapes, what we'll be doing is doing an in-depth exploration of each of those wants individually. And on this tape, we'll be focusing on the wanting to control. So allow yourself to focus inside. And remember, inward focus doesn't necessarily require eyes closed. It's just a shift in perspective. So allow yourself to focus inside and just allow your body to get comfortable. If you're aware of any holding on anywhere in your awareness, see if there's any wanting to control or change it. And could you just welcome that wanting to control? And then could you allow it to release? Check again to see if there's any physical sensation that you're experiencing right now that you like to control, you'd like to change. And could you let go of that wanting to control, that wanting to change it? Now remember, there's absolutely nothing wrong with being in control. There's nothing wrong with taking charge of your life and changing things when appropriate. But when we get stuck in the wanting to change or the wanting to control, what we don't like persists. And we feel out of control. So really all we're letting go of is that sense of being out of control. The lie that we lack control. And also remember, wanting control is kind of a hard and pushy feeling. It's a wanting to manipulate, push, pull, or do something to change the world. Now find something in your life that you'd like to control. Now start with something small. Something small in your life that you'd like to change or control. And could you let go of wanting to change or control that? Focus on that same thing or something else in your life that you'd like to control, you'd like to change. And could you just for a moment let go of wanting to change or control that? Is there anything about this tape program or this class so far that you'd like to change or control? If so, could you let go of wanting to change or control it? Now think of a situation in the past where you were aware of the wanting to control. Maybe not at the time, but now from this perspective, looking back at it, see if you can think of a situation where wanting to control was operating. And just let yourself feel that wanting to control now. Feel what it feels like to want to control. And could you let it go? Think of another situation in your life where the wanting to control was operating, where you were wanting to control. Again, you may not have recognized it at the time, but now, from this new perspective, from recognizing the wanting control, see if you can see this situation from a new perspective. That all that was happening was you were wanting to control it. And could you let go of that wanting to control? Now, as you focus on the wanting to control, see if you can get a sense of how wanting to control has affected your life, how it's made you feel, how it's made you act. See if there are any recurring themes in your life that relate to the wanting to control. And could you just welcome that tendency or that action that comes from the wanting to control? And then could you let it go? Focus on that again. See if you can get a sense of how wanting to control has operated in your life. What has been the cost of wanting to control? What has it motivated you to do that maybe you now regret? And could you just welcome the wanting to control into your awareness? Just let it be here. And then could you let it go? And check to see if there's any wanting to control the fact that you've been wanting to control. Any wishing you hadn't wanted to control in any particular situation. Any wanting to change the fact that you may be pushed a little too hard. And could you let go of that wanting to control? Now just allow the wanting to control to come into your awareness. And if you need to, you can think of a specific situation in your current life or in the past, or something else that stirs it up inside of you. And just really welcome the wanting to control into your awareness. Just really allow it to be here. Now could you allow yourself to relax into the very core of the wanting to control? Could you dive into its very center? And even deeper. And deeper still. Allow yourself to notice from where the wanting to control arises. And could you dive into its very core? And then could you, if you haven't already, let it go? Now focus on whatever you're feeling in this moment. And start by noticing the shift in awareness that came from just a little bit of releasing on the wanting to control. Imagine what your life would be like if you always felt in control, at ease, at home, and there was nothing that you felt that you needed to change. It was already perfect, exactly the way it is. And if you're aware of any remaining wanting to control in this moment, could you allow it to dissolve? And could you allow yourself to rest in the silence that's revealed as you let it go? And again, check to see if there's any hanging around in this moment. And if there is, could you just let it go and allow yourself to be at rest, to be at home? Now allow yourself to gradually bring your awareness back into outwardly focused consciousness. And know that you can listen to this tape as often as you'd like. And each time you do, you'll get more out of it. And even more importantly, allow yourself to start recognizing the wanting to control as it manifests in your life. And as you see the wanting to control, develop the habit of letting it go.